I got lazy. I didn't make one. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Friday Night Madness in my house. All by myself. Nobody else is home. I
Yay!
can't remember the last time I had the house to myself with nobody else here. I'm like,
Like you get full use of the remote, you know? I mean, it's my channels, my volume, my
that's
time.
it. I'm going to sneak and order something from Chili's when we get done. Because I can't afford to feed everybody. But it's like, Mama's getting a treat tonight. I got me
Absolutely.
a frozen margarita in the freezer. You know, one of those little squishy things you put in the freezer.
Yep.
And then you take it out and you squeeze it out in the glass. So it's like, I'm ordering Chili's and I'm going to drink my margarita. To hell with them. They
That
can buy
sounds like a
the
perfect evening to me, okay?
So that's what I'm going to do when we're done. I'm calling Chili's right then and say, okay, bring it. Oh my goodness.
I love that. That's a great idea.
I'm telling you, I haven't eaten out in a while. And
Yeah.
cost too
Yeah.
damn much money. Last time
You
I
know,
went to Taco Bell a couple of weeks ago to pick up something on the way home. And it was like over $20 for
yeah.
a couple of tacos and a quesadilla. I was like, Jesus Christ, when the hell did the prices go up that
I
high?
mean, we very rarely go out to eat, and now that we do, we actually now don't get drinks. We just get water. I mean, by the time
Yeah.
we get two
Yeah, we
iced
didn't
teas,
order drinks or anything. We
yeah,
just got the tacos.
yeah,
And that was it.
yeah.
And a quesadilla because my son likes their quesadillas. I like Taco Bell, but it doesn't like me. I usually pay for it the next day. Me in the
Yes,
bathroom,
as
it's
I'm
very
getting older,
intimate
I
the
pay
next
for a
day.
lot of things the next day too.
It's like pork roast. I love a good pork roast. I cannot eat it. Or I spend the next 2 or 3 days in the bathroom all day.
I
It
believe me,
just
I
goes
get
through me and says, nope, we're not hanging out.
it. I'm serious. Today I woke up, I was running around the house doing some stuff before work, and my foot started hurting. Like it felt like it was just gonna like collapse. I mean, you know, and I just thought to myself, you know, getting older is not for sissies. Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now. If it's not one
Thank
thing, it's
you.
another thing. And
Tell me
I didn't
about it.
even,
It's like every day I've got a new ache and pain, or my
yes,
back starts hurting a little worse than it did before. It's like, okay, come on, guys.
yeah,
Really?
exactly,
No.
exactly.
Why can't I just feel good for a little while and
On
not
those
have to
rare
like
days,
super medicate myself in order to get to that stage?
right?
Could we do it where I don't have to medicate at all and I just feel good for a few hours?
Very rarely I'll feel really good, and then I'm like, what did I eat? Did I eat broccoli? I mean, you know, I go through the whole diet,
Yeah.
but like day before, like, how do I replicate that? But it doesn't work. I don't know why
Yeah, I
some
don't
days.
eat green food. My doctors will say, well, if you put some broccoli in your diet or some asparagus. When I first got the doctor I have now, I just looked at him and said, no. He said, really? No. I said, I'm not eating that. I said, give me a pill. I'll take a pill, but I'm not eating that. And he's like, but eating that is better for you. I'm like, no.
I'm like, nope.
I said, I had to eat it when I was a kid and I refused to eat it as an adult. No, I'm not eating it. He's like, okay, fine. I'll give you a pill.
Okay,
Okay.
right? Okay, fine. No argument there.
Yep, he realized it after a couple of minutes. I wasn't backing down and I wasn't kidding. It's like, no, it's
Yep.
just not happening. Well, we've got a few people here with us already that's
All
going to love the
right.
conversation they walked into, right? They're
Yeah,
probably thinking,
right.
what the hell are they up to? Hi, Teresa. Hi, Starhawk. Hi, Sonia. Hi, Jackie. Wow. Okay, we got more coming.
Absolutely.
Notifications just popped up. So,
Yep.
StreamYard. Oh, StreamYard, I got an email from StreamYard yesterday, but I didn't get to read it until today. They now have you can put a video in and you can
Really?
now have a video running as your background. Like
Really?
right now you see the leaves and everything for autumn. Well, now you can have a video, one of theirs or one you find that's not that's free to use,
Right,
or you can
right.
make your own. Um, and you can have a video running for your background instead of just a still picture.
That is like so
Oh,
cool.
that's cool. So I'm gonna have to play around with that. I'm gonna have to make a video so I can play it.
And
Something that can go on a loop and I don't have to worry.
I want to go like this and see what Gerald does with all the balloons.
Yeah, I don't know
How
how
do
the
you
hell
do
he does
that?
that. He's got something that's to do with hand movements. He can have the and speaking of the devil, he's actually in the chat right now. Hi Gerald, hi Laurie, hi Plucky. He could do like his hands this way and his thumbs
Yeah.
up and something else, and you'll get fireworks, he'll get balloons, he'll get confetti. I'm like, okay,
I want to know how that works.
you gotta give up the secret here. How did you
I
do
know.
that? He hasn't told me yet. It's a
If you find
secret,
out, let me know.
he says. He says it's a secret.
We'll figure it out.
Who is up to? What are we up to? Mama got the house to herself tonight. Ain't nobody else at home. We're gonna party.
That's all we need to know.
Oh, Macintosh magic. Okay, yeah, I don't have a Mac.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'll have to make do.
Yeah, right.
Doing it the old-fashioned way. So, everybody, thank you for coming tonight. A big thank you to Avana for coming back on. I didn't chase her away the first time.
Heck
We
no.
just haven't been able to get our times straight. So, hi Debbie, and so we finally found a date. What we scheduled is like 2 months ago.
At least,
That's
right?
how far in
you got
advance
two
we went
working
with
girls
it.
here, so by the time we get our schedule straight, it's like forget about
I
it.
mean, my work schedule pretty much is pretty regular. It
Right.
stays the same. Knock on wood. But I never know now with weekends, and now I'm starting to do weeknights because there's not enough time on the weekends. So so yeah, so it's gotten crazy. It's
Yeah.
like Helen and I been for like a day and a half now. We've been back and forth trying to find a time to work so we
Right.
can do a show together. And
I mean, honestly,
Kelly,
like the pre-production of this stuff takes
Kelly will
longer
be
than
here
the
tomorrow
actual
morning
show.
at 11 a.m. Central. And so that's early.
It is early.
She's making me get out of bed early on a
That is
Saturday.
early. That is early.
Actually, it's not. I'm usually up by 7 anyway. So I just spend the first couple of hours on Saturday and Sunday kind of walking around and walking into the walls and
Well,
drinking
that's what
coffee
you're right.
and like, don't talk to me.
I'm up, but usually I'm nursing a cup of coffee for a few hours. Like you said, just kind of walking around.
Oh yeah, make a whole pot.
puttering.
Set, and during the week I'll get a cup, maybe a cup and a half, and then I'm out the door for work.
Yeah.
On the weekends, I make a full pot of coffee, and I'm like, back off. Nobody touches my coffee.
Yep.
It's like you can have one cup, and that's it. So the temperatures are dropping. It's supposed to get cool this weekend.
Yeah.
It's been cool all week. It's been kind of nice. It's supposed to get much cooler for this weekend. I'm like, oh, I'm making gumbo this weekend.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds
I gotta
good.
go buy some sausage. I got the chicken, but I gotta go get some sausage.
That sounds really good. Yeah, I haven't had that in a long
Hi,
time.
Patricia. And so yeah, I'm ready for a big pot of gumbo. I was like, that's gonna hit the spot because you can't eat it.
That'll keep you nice and toasty warm too.
Yeah, you can't eat it in the summer. You'll have a heat
No,
stroke.
it's too hot.
Yeah, it's like stew.
Like the temperature and the spice.
Yeah, as much as I like the good beef stew, you can't eat it in the summertime.
Oh
it's
no,
too hot, too heavy. You eat a bowl of stew or a bowl of gumbo, it's time to take a nap. And so,
yeah, because it gets you all nice and warm and
that's
toasty.
napping food.
Nice full tummy, nice warm and toasty. It's time to go to bed. Time to take a nap. I agree.
That's it.
We're having the same thing over here. It's been warm. It was warm, and then today it's now starting to get colder. And this weekend it's supposed to be like in the 50s, and we've been in the 80s all week. So and today was 70. It was gorgeous. Northeast Ohio.
So, oh, okay. Yeah, y'all get like really cold.
Yeah.
We get like real winter.
We get real winter here. Yes, we do.
We get like a week of maybe halfway real winter, and then it's just cool the rest of the time.
Yeah, that's
Um,
nice actually.
and hopefully there's no more big freezes like they had in Houston 2 years ago.
Yeah. Oh
Because
yeah.
I'm roughly 4 hours from Houston, 4 hours east of Houston.
Okay.
Like that was too close for comfort.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, I agree.
Yeah,
But
cold.
yeah. Well,
But
I used to live in Washington D.C. and it was kind of nice because it like summertime lasted a couple weeks more, and then spring started a couple weeks earlier, so it was like about 6 or 8 weeks less. But you still got all the seasons, but
yeah,
they you got more warm. The spring, like say, spring started a little bit earlier, about a couple weeks earlier, and then summer lasted a couple weeks longer. It was about 6 to 8 weeks of extra warm weather, which I really
right.
actually liked it. The weather in
Yeah,
DC.
well, here it was beyond warm. Here it was ungodly hot. I felt like I was in Phoenix again. It
Yeah,
was,
yeah,
we
that's
went over 30 days. I think it was 32, 33 days straight in a row where the temperature, not counting the heat index, which includes the humidity, just the temperature was over 100 degrees.
yeah,
And
that's
then with the heat index, we were pushing 115, 120 a few times. It was like people were falling out here like nobody's business. We're not built for that kind of weather
no,
down here.
we're
I mean,
not.
we're used to hot, we're used to humid
Right,
and hot and humid, but not like that. I mean,
right.
you
Yeah,
know,
I agree.
out
About the
west,
hottest
you
I've
get the
ever been
heat,
in is like
but it's not
103.
humid,
Yeah, and that
We were
was
dealing with 105, 110-degree temperature with
no,
90%
too hot.
humidity.
Yeah,
And it's
yeah,
like
oh,
you couldn't breathe when you went outside. It was
yeah.
just, um,
I bet
I,
getting in your car was crazy. I bet crazy hot. I mean,
well, and then, of course, the beginning of the summer, my son got in a wreck in my car and it got totaled. And I found another cheap junker that I was able to pick up for a few $100s. And it runs great, looks like crap because it's just a big rust bucket. But it runs beautifully, but there's no AC in it.
yeah.
So I went the whole summer with no AC in my car.
What? I wouldn't even want to
Yes.
do that here.
I mean, to go to work, I got to the point where I was almost bringing an extra set of clothes to change into when I got to work
Oh yeah.
because, and I
Oh no.
live under 5 miles from where I work,
Yeah.
and I would
Oh,
still show up and I would just sweat would just be
just dripping.
pouring on me.
Yeah.
And that would be with all the windows open
Oh
and and you're driving down the street, you've got the air, but it's just hot. Hi, Kristen. And oh, it's Canadian Thanksgiving this weekend. Oh, well, happy Thanksgiving. That's fabulous.
yeah, that's
We
nice.
got another month and a half before we get Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like Thanksgiving weather here.
No, not even close. Doesn't
Yeah.
even feel like Halloween weather yet. So
Right. Right. I'm expecting this week we're going to start feeling, fall weather here, but but not quite yet.
they said they said on the weather that we had it could get down into the 60s by next week. So I'm hoping I'm ready for some cooler weather. And
Yeah.
I'm not a real big fan of cold weather because I
Right.
hurt even worse when it's cold.
Yeah.
But it's been so damn hot that it's like, oh please, bring me snow. I'll take snow this year. I'll be happy. I'll bitch and complain about it, but I'll be happy. So but yeah, that's why I don't live up north because I don't really like cold that much.
Yeah, I agree.
Last winter, Marina had texted me about something, and I said, "Oh, I heard on the weather that it's really cold where you are." 'Cause she's up in Canada,
Yeah.
and she sent me a picture back that showed all the cars in front of her house, and the snow was up to the rooftops. You just barely saw the rooftops on the car, and I was like,
Oh
"No,
yeah.
no, no."
I've been there with that kind of winter weather too. I mean, it's amazing.
So listen, look, Kelly, I can't wait for the snow.
I bet because I think it's been pretty hot up in Canada, hasn't it?
Ryan Hall is great. I love watching him. And there's another guy that comes on that kind of started out with Ryan.
Yeah.
His channel is POW, I think POW. And he's really good too. There's another guy, but he gets too religious for me. He wants to start and end every broadcast with a scripture, and he kind of goes off into the weeds. It's like, no, dude, really, let's not mix our weather and our Bible. They don't compute. So let's keep that separate. So turkey time. Yeah, Thanksgiving is turkey. Christmas is a roast beef. New Year's is a ham or whatever's left over from Christmas. And Easter is ham. But other than that, those, and I don't know why it's like that. That's just the way my mother did it. It's the way my grandmother did it. It's the way my great grandmother did it.
Yeah.
So usually that's the way I do it. Except for the last 7 or 8 years, I've always cheated Thanksgiving, and I went to Logan's Farm, got a honey glazed turkey.
Yeah.
Bonus, already cooked. All I do was heat it up. It was ready to go.
That's a great idea.
Last year, I showed up the day before, just like I normally do. I got there, and they're like, "We're out of turkeys." I'm like, "You can't be out of turkeys." She says, "We are out of turkeys." She says, "Even people that called ahead of time to try to reserve one, we had to tell them no because they were going so fast." She said, "We ran out 2 days ago."
Oh my gosh, what did you do?
I went to the store and bought a real turkey. And then I had to sit and think about it for about half a day to remember, how do I make a turkey? What do I do? And then once it started,
Right,
okay,
it comes back, right?
back to me. And then I thought, I wonder how many people don't know how to make a turkey. So there's actually a video on my channel on how to do a Thanksgiving turkey that I did. You know.
Yeah, why not?
So
right?
I just did little.
I think a lot of people don't know how to cook anymore. So yeah, they wouldn't know.
You know, I started thinking about it. It was like, well, do people know that there's stuff inside that you have to take out?
Sometimes they don't. No.
You don't put the turkey in there with the bags of stuff in there. I mean,
right.
I've seen people freak out or their ovens catch on fire because of that. Because they don't know there's stuff inside.
Well, and what I've heard is the stuff that's inside is not necessarily from that turkey. They just put all those parts together from all the turkey, any turkey.
Yeah, it's like, you don't know where it's coming from. No,
right.
I'm not eating that. I get a boneless turkey breast.
Yeah.
It's just meat. I don't have to do anything with it. I don't have to take anything out of it. Just put it in the oven and bake it. And so it actually came out fairly good. Usually it comes out dry, but last year I did it right. So
well, good.
I don't want to have to do that again this year. I
don't worry about it too much. I figure if it comes out dry, I just load up the gravy, right? It's a good excuse to just doll up more gravy and stuffing and potatoes all over everything.
And half of the guys want mashed potatoes, the other half wants rice. So I have to make both. And lots of gravy because the gravy goes all over the rice and the mashed potatoes. And
absolutely. That's the best part of the meal is the gravy.
And the only green food I'll eat is whole green beans.
Okay.
Like from Monty or something like that. I don't like the cut ones. I don't like the shredded ones. They have a funny flavor to them. I don't know what it is. But the whole ones, I like the whole ones.
It's funny you should say that because I don't like green beans, but I love French cut green beans. You know, where they're thin. Those are fine. I put butter and salt and pepper. I love those. And I'm like, these are just thin cut.
I'll take the whole green beans. I'll drain all the water. Well, I do that with any canned vegetables. I drain all the fluid out.
Yeah.
And I'll put it in a microwave dish, like with the green beans, to where it's like a fairly flat dish that's shallow. And I'll just spread them out real flat, salt and pepper them, put some butter on them, stick them in the microwave for like a minute and a half, and they're done.
And we're done.
And they're still kind of crispy without being smushy. You know, I don't like smushy vegetables. And then I cook other stuff that the guys will eat. It's like, just don't eat it in front of me.
Do you ever make green bean casserole with the green beans with the onions on top and the mushroom soup?
In my house will eat it.
Nobody will eat it.
In my house will eat green bean casserole. I tried that one year, and they all looked at me and said, "Really?"
I don't particularly like it either, but yeah, sometimes that's a request at our house. Somebody will say, "I want green bean casserole this year."
The only thing I think everybody misses now is my mom's dressing.
Oh yeah.
She made homemade cornbread dressing from scratch.
Yeah.
I've got the recipe, My brother and I tried making it the first Thanksgiving after she passed.
Yeah.
It wasn't edible. It went in the garbage. And so
Right.
then we tried it again the next year. It was barely edible, and most of it still went in the garbage can. So it was like, you know what? We'll just get some Stouffer's in a box and be done with it. Whatever it
Stouffer's
is.
is good.
Yeah, I mean,
Stouffer's in a box is fine.
I'm a cook cheat. If it's in a box or a mix, that's what I get. I don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
There was a time when I did everything from scratch, but I
I
don't have
used
the
to
time for
cook
that.
a lot and like you said, do everything from scratch. And now I'm like, I just don't cook. It's too much time.
Yeah,
It's too much effort. And I love it. I can't tell you I don't love my cooking because I do. But it's just like you said, if
I
it's in a
hate to
box
cook.
or if I
I
can get
hate
it
to cook.
delivered, that's fine.
Yeah, I hate to cook. Absolutely, positively hate to cook. But I get in moods where then I want something like this weekend. I'm making a big pot of gumbo. We'll
Right.
probably eat off of that most of the week because I'll make if I'm going to cook it, I'm going to make a big pot of it so it lasts for several days. And
Yes.
but
And
during
that's
the
how I
week
get. If there's
when I
something I
go to
want
work,
to
don't
eat,
ask me to cook anything.
yeah, yeah. But if there's a flavor I
Eat a
want,
sandwich, eat a bowl of cereal, fix it yourself. But I'm not cooking.
yep, yep.
Not during the work week. No way.
It's too much. Yeah. I get
It
it.
is.
Believe me, I totally get it.
It is. Well, now that we've covered the weather and cooking, and Sherry celebrated because she has the house to herself and was actually able to light
I just
incense
saw
before.
that margarita at Chili's, white with your name on it.
Oh,
I
I'm
just saw
telling you, it's talking to me already like, don't be long. We're waiting.
it.
So it's like, yeah, I'm going to be making a phone call here in just a little bit. Ordering me because I don't have a car, so I can't go anywhere because my son's going in the car. So
Yeah, but thank goodness for all these delivery places
yeah,
now.
I
I
know
mean,
it's
it's
a couple of
no
bucks and
problem.
they deliver it. So
I
I
mean, they
probably
deliver
shouldn't spend the money,
groceries,
but
everything.
I probably shouldn't spend the money on it. But it's like, you
Well,
know what? I don't get the place to myself very often. My
Sure.
brother's
Sometimes
got
I
a
just look at it
cookout.
like I owe it to myself, right?
Yeah,
Every
exactly.
now
But
and then I owe it to
it's
myself.
like, no, this one's an earner. I've worked hard for this one, and nobody's home. I don't have to share. I know that sounds terrible, but when you got three bottomless pits in the house with you, it costs a fortune to try to eat out
Oh
because
yeah,
they eat enough. They each eat enough for 4 or 5 people. I mean,
yeah.
my nephew just inhales food, and 5 minutes later, he's like, "Is there anything to eat?"
How old is he?
He'll be 18 in a couple of
Oh,
weeks.
oh yes.
He'll be 18 in what 3 weeks from today. He'll be 18. So it's like, yeah,
Yeah. So he is a bottomless pit right now.
yeah. He's over 6 feet tall now. He's this big around, and it's like you should not be allowed to eat food as much as you do, and you only that big around. I mean,
Right.
if I look at food, I'm this
I've
big
never
around. I mean,
experienced that. Okay, even when I was young.
uh, I like what Sonia
That's
said.
right.
Yeah, party house. Oh my goodness. Oh, she likes my leaves. Is that what that is? I don't know what it just she said autumn leaves. I
Oh
know
yeah, that's nice. Yeah.
I know zilch about I can't I have black thumbs. I don't have real plants because I kill them.
Well, this is my real ficus tree. And
Oh,
it's
there
funny
you
because
go.
he stays inside, but right around now he gets confused and he'll start to drop leaves. Some of his leaves will turn yellow, just a few, but he'll start to drop leaves
I
like
have an ivy that survived the summer because I have a spider plant, an ivy, and something else. I don't know what it is. Somebody gave it to me for my birthday. And it like turned really brown. I thought it was dead, but I put some water in it anyway. And a week later it was green again.
oh,
So
nice.
I
I
was like,
love it when
okay,
plants do that. I had a
yeah.
spider plant for years. I mean, it finally just got old, I remember, but it was beautiful. It was up in the window and it has the plant, and then it had all the babies. Like,
Yeah, that's
oh,
this one
it's
is big
just
and
gorgeous.
full. It's got babies galore coming out of it.
Yeah.
And I've got it sitting up high on a thing on the patio, but I
Oh,
can't
yeah.
bring real plants in the house or the cat digs them up.
Yep.
And
I
let's
got
put
3
them
cats. You're
outside.
right.
But if I bring them inside, she digs them up. So I'm like, okay, well, I guess I can't bring them inside. Yeah, I almost killed the spider plant last year, the week and a half we had winter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I couldn't bring them in, I had to leave them out. So I covered them up.
Yeah.
Then when I remembered that they were covered up and I went to uncover them, it looked really bad.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
I
yeah.
didn't know if it was going to come back or not. Half of the plant was gone.
Well, it sounded like it did, though. So that's good. The great thing about those spider plants, you can always pull off those babies and start a new plant. So,
Yeah,
not that I want the
absolutely.
main plant to die, but yeah, like it's amazing. Those are pretty easy to grow.
Yeah. Oh, I love mac and cheese. I like old fashioned mac and cheese,
I don't
like
think I've
my
ever had.
grandmother used to make.
I've had Kraft mac and cheese, and I love that, but I've never had
That's what I
old
grew up
fashioned
on,
mac
but
and
my
cheese.
grandmother made old fashioned macaroni and cheese with all the different cheeses, and she baked it in the oven.
Well,
It
that
would
sounds
be
really good.
crispy, crunchy on the top. That was good.
Yeah, that sounds really good.
Yeah, but I don't know how to make it. All right, Gerald, you'll have to send me the recipe. You started about baked mac and cheese, so although Kraft tried to do that a couple of years back.
Tried to do
They,
what?
they tried to do the baked macaroni and cheese like their deluxe,
Really?
but it was set so that you would put it in a pan in the oven and cook it like your grandmother did.
Yeah.
It
Didn't
didn't
last.
last very
Yeah,
long.
it didn't last. Yeah.
Yeah, most people didn't like it. It just
Yeah.
it didn't taste right. So
Yeah.
I
Isn't it
tried it
funny? Because
once.
like even like the way my mom would make like we would always have good seasonings for dressing, Italian dressing, and she made it with corn oil. And like I have to still make it that same way. Like I can't make it with olive oil or avocado oil or any other. It has to be corn oil because that's the taste I grew up with, and that's the taste I
That's what I
want.
use. That's what I use as corn oil. Yeah,
Yep. Yep. And
yeah.
that's just like that's what I want to taste when I eat that, or eat a salad with that. Oh, I do eat a couple of greens.
Kristen says I attempted it. It turned into dried, crusty crap. Yeah,
Oh, that's not good.
that's usually what happens to me when I try things that I don't know how to do the first time, and then sometimes I'll get the nerve up to try it for a second time. But
Yeah.
my grandmother was such a fabulous cook. Oh my God, that woman could cook anything.
Oh
It
yeah.
just melt in your mouth. The one thing I always hated that I didn't get all of her recipes before she died.
Yes.
And I still can't make gumbo like she could. The woman didn't have a Cajun bone in her body, but man, she could make some gumbo. Let me tell you what.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I know, right?
So
You can
we've
get the
spent half an
recipes,
hour.
get them because yes,
We've spent
you'll
half
want
an
to
hour
repeat them.
bullshitting.
That's okay. Hey,
I'm
it's
having a
Friday
good
night. We
time,
say
man.
chit chat, right?
I'm having fun.
Yeah, I'm
How about
enjoying
yourself?
myself. It's not kind of nice. It's really nice just to
It has been nice just to talk about stuff. If
yeah.
y'all have a question, go ahead and put it in, or we can just keep talking. I'm easy.
No, I'm easy too. It's like
I'm good.
well, I do
Yeah,
know I got a
you're
lot of
right,
stuff to
Gerald.
do.
There is no official recipe for old fashioned mac and cheese.
That's true.
And
Everybody makes
every
that stuff
family did it
themselves.
differently.
Yes.
You know, yeah, I mean, when my husband and I were first together, the first time we went out to his dad's house and his stepmom, and of course she cooked the real old fashioned way, all kinds of stuff that he grew up eating that I won't touch. Of course, she had pots all over the stove making all this stuff for him. The minute we got there, she was literally taking him by the hand. Come taste it, make sure I got it right. I didn't see him the rest of the day. He was
Yeah.
in the kitchen with her. Instead, I hung out in the yard with his dad, just
Yeah.
sitting under the oak tree and getting to know him. So that was cool.
I was gonna say that sounds beautiful. Actually, it sounds really nice for him and for
It,
you.
Yeah, it was great because I knew of him, but I didn't know him.
Yeah.
So, we a couple of hours just hanging out under the oak tree,
Oh,
drinking iced tea, just talking about our lives. And, he had all kinds of questions about, my family and all this. And at one point he asked me, well, what does your dad do? And I don't have a dad. He says, what do you mean you don't have a dad? I said, I've never had a dad. I don't know who he is. I don't know his name. My mother refuses to discuss it. So I just said, okay, I just
yeah.
won't worry about it. And I'll never forget that man looked at me and he said, well, you have one now.
Oh,
And from that moment forward, he always called me his little girl.
oh,
Never my daughter in law or my son's wife or anything. It's my little girl.
oh.
That's how. Because I know when he passed, I remember we were on our way to Mississippi for the funeral. And Lewis was like around 3 or 4. And at one point, he asks his dad, he says, how come mama's crying harder than you are? Wasn't it your dad? He
Yeah.
didn't understand why I was so upset. And I said, yeah, but he
Yeah.
was my dad too. I just got him later on.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, I miss my father in law.
Oh, I
He
yeah.
was a trip. And, yep, see, there we go. Kristen, same thing. Miss her father in law. It's,
Yeah.
um, he was an absolute sweetie. And his name was James Lewis. And so we named my son Carl after his dad, and then Lewis after his granddad. I decided to call him Lewis because out of all the Jameses and Lewises and everything in the family, my father in law was the only one that went by Lewis.
Okay.
Everybody else went by a different variation of James.
Yeah.
And so when I had my son, of course, my father in law called me the next morning at the hospital. And I said, yeah, it's a boy. We named him Carl Lewis, and we're going to call him Lewis after you. All of a sudden, I hear that man bawling his eyes out on the phone. His wife had to take the phone. She says, well, whatever you just told him did him in.
That is beautiful. That is a beautiful story.
So when we were at the funeral for him, I remember at one point saying something about, Lewis, come here. You could have heard a pin drop. Everybody stopped and turned because nobody else was called Lewis,
Yeah.
but my Lewis. And then two of my father-in-law's two sisters, when they realized who he was, they were like, you're the spitting image of your daddy when he was this age. I mean, and I have pictures, I can prove it. Um, they were ready to wrap him up, take him home. We keep him for a while. I was like, well, I'm tempted, but that would let me do that. Give you a fair trade for him, but oh my God, they just adored him. He spent the whole funeral taking care of those two ladies. And
Oh.
whenever one of them would cry, he'd pat them on the back and say, it's okay. He's in heaven now.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And so, which was pretty astute for a kid that never been to church, or we didn't discuss that kind of stuff at that point in time
Yeah.
when he was little. So I don't know where he got, he's in heaven now, but that's what he equated it with. Papa died, he's in heaven now. So
Yeah.
it's like, okay, that works for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I've been talking nonstop.
Well, that's a really beautiful story, especially when he said you have a father now or whatever. Wow, that is just
Yeah,
so
it
moving.
literally knocked me back in my chair when he
Yeah.
said that to me, and I started crying, and
Yeah.
and next thing I know, he's hugging my neck, saying, "Oh, don't cry, little girl, it's all gonna be okay," which just made me cry harder.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
And then my husband comes outside, and he's like, "What did you say to her? What did you do to her?" He's like, "I told her I was her daddy now." And I started crying again. My husband
Again.
was like, "Oh, I did it. Yeah, okay." Uh,
Yep.
just like growing up, my son, all of his buddies, they all hung out at our house.
Yeah.
He was like the poorest kid of his group of friends. all of his friends' parents all had
Yeah.
major bucks, big fancy houses, swimming pools, all kinds of stuff. We didn't have none of that crap. We was poor. And but they all wanted to hang with us. His friends would come over to hang out with his dad and I.
Yeah.
But he wasn't even there. They would just come over and come visit with
Talk to
us.
you. Yeah, talk to you guys. Yeah, yeah.
So that was kind of cool.
There's always like a house in the neighborhood like that, like
We
where
were mom and dad to
it
all of
just
them.
has such a fun atmosphere or such a welcoming atmosphere. It just brings
Yeah.
all the kids to. I mean, I grew up with a house down the street like that where we would all just go,
Yeah. Yeah, there's usually one person's house and that's where all the kids hang out.
Yeah. Yeah.
For whatever reason. My son went with one of the bands that he does sound for. They had a gig out of town last weekend. And so I went and drove him over to where they were all meeting to load up the van to go. And I pulled up. Well, none of the band members had met me yet. And so when I pulled up and Louis was like, yeah, that's my mom in the car. And I said, yeah, I'm mom. And so next thing you know, I got like 5 heads popping out of the van going, hey, mom. I said, well, I got a new group of kids, I guess. So that's cool. And bye, Kelly. I promise I won't be as running in the mouth tomorrow. She's coming on in the morning with me. So
yeah, that would be nice.
We were talking a while back, and we realized she's never been on my channel.
What?
I've been on hers several times, and I don't know. I always thought she had been, and we got to talking about it, and she was like, no, I don't think I've ever been a guest on your channel. And I had to go back and look. I was like, oh my God, you're right. You've never been a guest on my channel. I said, well, we got to fix that right now. So she's going to be on in the morning. So I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, that'll be nice. Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah,
so,
I'll have to tune in.
Absolutely. And then tomorrow night at 9:00, Thomas from Tarot Your Way is going to be on.
Oh, nice.
So I'm going from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Yeah. In fact, actually, I think
hopefully I get laundry done in between.
Pardon me?
So hopefully I can get my laundry done in between.
Sherry, you and I, you know what my chores are tomorrow? Do all the laundry, right? And then Kelly and I are actually going on tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So it'll be a full day. Yeah, absolutely. Tune in, see what we're doing. Yeah. I don't even know what we're talking about. We're just, again, hanging out, pulling cards. If we, somebody.
That was it. I didn't set an agenda for tonight. I was just like, what happens, happens.
It's Friday night.
We know each other well enough. So it's like, I don't need to give you
it's Friday
a template of what to go through. So, like I said, if y'all have a question, put it in caps.
Yeah.
I won't see it because I'm blind.
I know. I mean, honestly, we were talking about getting older. Getting older is not for sissies. And I'm like, always like, I think I need new glasses. These are already, I really can't see out of them anymore, I
wind up with new prescriptions every year because my eyes are just that. I have a double astigmatism.
Oh, okay. All right.
Plus, I'm myopic, nearsighted. Plus, I have what they call ocular high pressure. So there's too much pressure in my eyeballs, which causes dry eye, which makes my eyes overproduce tears, which is why I'll just suddenly tears are streaming down my face. It's
yeah,
just because of my eyes. But because it overproduces tears, it makes your eyes more dry.
Does it right? Does it make any
it's
sense?
Like I have medicated eye drops that I have to use, and I don't know.
It is what it is, right? I'm just glad we have all this technology that we can use all this stuff. You know, as I'm getting older and needing more stuff, I'm like, good. It's already been developed. It's been researched. People are using it. Give me some too.
They say that there's a new thing for your eyes that's supposed to help with the pressure and the dry eye.
Oh,
and it's it looks like Geordi's helmet from Star Trek.
Oh yeah, really?
Put it on and it shoots like red light into your eyes up close, and it supposedly clears out all the ducts around your eyes so that they don't overproduce tears. But it's over $1,000 for the treatment,
Okay.
and the insurance won't cover it
Of
because
course,
it's still
right.
too new, even
Yeah.
though the FDA has approved it.
Right. Right.
But it's still too new. So
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah, that's frustrating when you
it's
want to
just
try something because you could be just like $1,000 away from a
yeah. I
good
went and had a
treatment,
test. They went and tested me for it and everything. Said, no, you're a perfect candidate for what this is used for.
Yeah.
But I don't have $1,000 laying around, or actually a little bit more than that, because it would probably take 6 treatments. So, and you have to do them like every 2 weeks on schedule. You can't miss, or you
Right.
have to start over.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, yeah, no.
Yeah. Right. That sounds like
That's
a lot
a little
of
too
parameters.
regimented for me.
Pardon me.
I said that's a little too regimented for me.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
I
That's a
can't always
lot of
guarantee
parameters to follow.
I can be there, So, and there's a lot of money to spend
Yeah.
to shoot red lights in my eyes. It's like I got a laser pen that I play the cat.
I
Would
wouldn't
that work?
suggest. Look, no, I wouldn't suggest that. I'm
She was
no
like,
doctor,
no.
but I wouldn't do that.
She's like, that's not quite the same thing. It's like,
Yeah. No.
it was a
That
thought.
might get you a real eye operation after that.
Oh my goodness. Oh, look, we got a question.
Oh, absolutely.
We actually got a question. Yay.
Yay.
I guess Sonia's tired of hearing this BS.
Yeah, I don't blame her.
I'm just teasing. I'm sure she doesn't mind, or she would have left by now.
Oh, yeah, I'm teasing too.
The message from my elementals for the rest of October. Let's see. Who am I going to go with here? I took out several different decks because I didn't have a particular feeling for anything set. So it was like, all right, I'll take out one of these and one of these. Let's see what we get. Well, I like what that one says. Let's see what another one says. And numerology. Who knows numerology? What does 6 mean?
I forget what 6 means.
I just went blank. I was looking at it.
I did too.
Come on, Gerald, cough it up. You know it.
Yeah, come on, Gerald.
What does 6? I know I had it written down somewhere. I just don't know where. Oh, wow. I do like these. Well, if you want to go, you can. If not, I'll go.
Oh, it says, I just looked it up. It said number 6 is the embodiment of the heart. It represents unconditional love and the ability to support, nurture, and heal.
Well, wow. Yeah, okay.
Okay, yeah.
That goes well with these.
Well,
the first thing I drew was Diamond Dreamer.
Beautiful.
And it's a number 6. It says material wealth, true prosperity. And if you go with the numerology on it, it's also heart-centered. So you're looking at prosperity in emotional, probably familial type friendships, anything that's going to lead to that depth of what's prosperous. It can be more than just money. And then I pulled Warrior Woman.
Oh, nice.
I like that. And it says, have you answered your deepest calling?
Nice. That's, yeah.
So when I put these together, I'm hearing, listen to your dreams, listen to your heart. That's what that number 6 stands for.
Mm-hmm.
And know that you're a warrior You're there to take care of your family and protect them.
Nice.
And maybe spend some meditation time trying to hear what it is that they want you to do. What steps are they wanting you to take?
Yeah.
That's what I got.
That's gorgeous. Yeah. I got a number of cards for you here. The first one that I'm going to go, there's 6 of them. I'll go through each of them. The first card I got is this Page of Fire card. It says creative, enthusiastic, motivated. It looks like you are ready to move forward with some really nice creative ideas and things that are just kind of getting started, or that you've been thinking about, but you're really ready. You're getting ready to move forward on them. That was the Page of Fire. Then I got the 8 of Fire, moving forward quickly, also speed, activity, multitasking, moving forward on those ideas in the same direction. You've got all this speed going forward in the same direction for the same creative idea that you're working on. And then I got the 2 of Water, which is partnership, commitment, and reconciliation, seeing eye to eye with people, working with people, maybe having a partner, either a significant other type partner or a business partner, come in, and really being able to work with them and move forward with this idea, or with something related to work or your personal life, just moving forward. Everything's just kind of really, I really see October, the rest of October, being really, really good. The other 3 cards that I got, the Phoenix, transmutation. This is taking that idea. This is like turning lead into gold. This is taking the ideas and really manifesting. I mean, really being able to change, taking those elementals that you have, that elemental energy, and really changing it and forging it. Yeah, into like gold or energy, or this new direction that you're going, and you're going there strongly, and you're going there with a lot of speed. I then got the butterfly spirit, transformation. So you have not only transmutation, like the phoenix rising from the ashes, you then have this butterfly spirit really transforming. And it's an 8, transforming, moving forward. I was going to say, here's what I was going to say to myself. Is there any butterflies? Of course, this is a butterfly right there. Moving forward. I mean, in this
absolutely new with the pearl
transformative, this new transformative energy that's just all around you right now, very strong. And the last card that I got is Bluebird Spirit, happiness, the bluebird of happiness. You are happy. There's not a doubt in my mind. But when you start to put these creative ideas into play, and you start to move forward, and you are literally manifesting what you want, and it's not going to take long or too much effort, because you're right there. It's really going to bring you, I'm hearing, to a new level of happiness, and a new level of feeling good about yourself, that you were able to manifest this stuff. And I'm being told to tell you, this is not the only things that you can manifest. As you learn this process and as you practice it, you will start to manifest more and more and more. And and you're really just right on. This rest of this month and November are really going to be strong months for you. Positive.
Very good. That's what I was getting.
Yeah.
Gerald wants to come play with us.
Sure, come on. I don't care.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Da, 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 da. All right, Gerald, there you go. It's in the chat. Come and play. Hi, Rose. That's all right. We'll forgive you for being elsewhere. Obviously, you didn't know that we were on, so that's okay.
That's okay. We're not going anywhere.
Yeah, we're going to be here for a while.
Absolutely. We're not going
anywhere.
Especially
if Gerald pops in, then you know we're going to be here for a while. He can do his magic hand tricks.
Right. I don't mind him doing his magic hand tricks, but I want to know what's going on behind, with the man behind the curtain here. The Wizard of Oz here, right? I want to know what he's doing.
Yeah, it's like, I want to know how you did that. That's kind of cool. So
totally.
Now I'm going to have to dig around and make up some videos to have a video background. That's just really cool. That's just really cool. Thank you, Sonia. That's a very nice thing to say. She says, I think you both would be great to visit and a lot of fun.
We would. Come on in. It's your show. I'm inviting everybody on.
Okay. Yeah. Gerald says, hang on, he's finishing something up. Well, make up your damn mind. Either you want to come on or you don't. Does anybody else have a question, or you just want a card pull? We can just pull some oracles, or I have some. There's this deck that says, and then there's this one, which is just like the first one. And they have some really cute little. All right, I'm mixing up my decks.
Don't mix up the decks.
I was about to put the wrong cards with the wrong deck.
That's what
So,
I've done that before because they look
if you
similar,
want a
and I'm like,
funny-
wait a minute, this
just
isn't
a
right.
funny card pool, say so, and we'll do that. Hi, Sharp Lisa. When did you sneak in? I didn't even know you were there. And snuck in the back door at us. So, what are you doing for Halloween?
Me?
Avana, yeah.
Oh, like who, me? Okay, well, well, I don't have kids, so I really don't do anything for Halloween. But I will tell you what I.
Fun without kids.
Pardon me?
It's more fun without kids.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. What I usually do, my husband and I consider that like cuddle time.
Oh, there you go.
That's how we celebrate.
There you go.
Aren't you glad you asked now?
Oh yeah, that's cool. If I had somebody to cuddle with, I would take cuddle time too. You know? Beggars can't be choosers. So.
Right.
Oh, you've been in the Lurkers Lounge. Okay.
The Lurkers Lounge. I like that.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Lisa wants a funny card. Okay. Let's see what we get here.
Let's see. Lisa, all right. Let's see what I get here.
I don't know if Avana has a funny deck, but if not, you're going to get just another card.
I have this Rebel deck, but I'm going to see.
Oh, that'll work. I've got one of those too, but.
That's the only funny deck I have, but I have another deck too, which is not so much funny, but a little bit
Well,
different.
I bought this one like probably 6 months ago, the one that's Inner Effing Peace, and I thought that's too funny. And I started using it, and then one day I got in the mail this other one that's Wake Up, Kick Ass, and Repeat. And I was like, well, who sent that to me? And I finally got it out of her. Allie sent it to me. She was like, I saw it and I thought of you. She said, so I had to send it. Well, that fits. So,
all right, I'm gonna keep that, and then I'm gonna pull a card from this other deck too. There's no space over here. Let's see.
All right, but we're gonna start out with this one. It says today will be a damn fine day. There you go. Here's what we all need. And then the other one says, seriously? And then it says, a wise woman once said, fuck this shit. And she lived happily ever after.
You know, that really does allow you to live happily ever after, right?
Ain't that the truth?
So I got two cards. The first one I got just says growing. So don't forget, let your light shine and grow. Okay. But then I think this is how you're going to manifest this growth is it says, take a effing trip. And then and it says, go see some shit, do some new things, talk to people cooler than you. So there you go. Time to do some growth, right?
She said, yes, that's me.
There you go. Time to take a trip.
All right. And Plucky has a weirdo off the wall question. What do I know about who do floor washes?
I'm glad that's a question for you, Shari, because I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is either. Perhaps Gerald will answer that question.
No. Hello.
Thanks for letting me crash. I didn't mean to crash. I'm like going, all of a sudden it's like going, I'm actually working on show stuff for next week. And I'm like going, I'm cooking dinner and I'm like going, what? Okay. I'll come on.
So I know you enjoy it. So it's
Yes.
seems like it's the only time I can ever catch you to come back on anyway is when you just pop up in the chat. And I'm like,
There you
you
go.
want to come on?
And Avana, were your ears burning today?
Why?
Ooh.
Should they have been?
Well, yes, and for all of the right reasons, because I was watching Marina
Yes.
Parks and Tarot, and she had
Cheryl.
Yes,
Yeah.
on. And I'm like going, and Marina's like going, have you met Gerald Tarot Stash? And she's like, no. And I'm like going, I haven't met her. And I'm like going, I know her. Why do I know her? And I told Marina, I said, well, maybe she should host and have and introduce us. And I'm like going, I have her deck.
Yes.
And I'm like going, I remember I have the deck because Avana suggested you send it to me. And I'm like, oh my God. So it is on my list of decks. So what I want to do is I'll start that. Oh, hi, Shari. I'm ignoring you.
Hi, Carol. No, you're not.
But I'm like going,
that's okay.
Yeah, but I was like going, oh my gosh. So
absolutely. Yeah. In fact, I saw that. I wasn't able to watch the whole show. I was in and out because I was doing some other stuff, but I saw that and I'm like, oh yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
You know.
Cool.
Love your
cool.
class.
Thanks. Okay, so who do floor washes? What do you want to know about them, Plucky?
I want to know what are they? I've never heard of that.
They are, from what I understand.
Bye, Sonia. Sorry.
Hi, Sonia.
From what you understand.
From what I understand, they are related to hoodoo, voodoo variations of things to clean and cleanse your house.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
And
I've never heard of that, but I've grown up with voodoo, with the distorted view of voodoo that most people have. But there's a company out there called Watch Over Voodoo, and they do voodoo dolls for the original meanings of voodoo, and that's white magic for protection and that kind of thing. And when I saw that they had a Wonder Woman, I was like, I gotta buy that because I love Wonder Woman. So, and then I actually was invited to sit in on a brainstorming session with the company, which was really cool. Nice. And so I got to do that, and I'm hoping maybe something bigger will come out of it, but we'll see what happens. And
Plucky said, Shari, I apologize. I assumed it was a Southern Bayou thing that you know about. It is oftentimes a Southern Bayou thing where voodoo is prevalent.
There are so many areas now that have taken things like voodoo and all the other stuff, and they've kind of morphed it into other things. You know, I mean, you have Hollywood that's turned voodoo into making zombies and, you know, all kinds of crazy crap.
Yeah.
It's like, but that's not the real meaning for it. So, voodoo itself was originally created by, I think it was in Central America, a woman who was like the medicine woman in her village. And she had some clients that came that their children were having issues that lived far away. And so she created these dolls for the parents to take home and put good intentions and whatnot into the doll to help their children. And that's kind of where it started, was with that. And so it was done as a medicinal type thing. Um,
And
Hi, Garnet McLeary Price from England.
Plucky, I
Welcome.
Garnet.
Hi, Garnet.
Plucky, I also I'm aware a lot of it is herbal. There's a lot of cleansing and medicinal aspects of it. And so
Yes,
I think it's another form of cleansing a space and helping to reset the energy. It's probably part of a process that it's along the lines of ridding bad energy from the house by scrubbing the floors and doorways. Yes.
right. And that's pretty much, and when you said what it was stood for, then that's where I was like, okay, then that's probably what it was used for.
And
Down here in the Cajun culture, you have what they call traiteurs, which is very similar to a voodoo person or a medicine man or
yeah,
a shaman. I know most of the local football teams and stuff, they all have a treater on staff for injuries and whatnot, that they're there to perform their magic on them so that it's not as serious as it could be. And even people that aren't from around here or that don't really buy into this stuff, when it comes to that, something like a treater being called in, they're like, "Oh yeah, do that. That's a good thing."
yeah.
Um,
And I would also say Plucky is depending upon where you purchased it. If you purchased it in a store, a lot of times the staff there will be able to offer some suggestions. I just did a quick a bit of research, and I actually think if you search online and you find out how it's made, and a lot of a lot of websites are talking about their use. Remember, intention is everything. So if you want to
yeah,
use it for resetting your house, spring cleaning, getting ready for the winter, go for it. Do it. And,
yeah.
do it with
Uh,
intention. I think that's great.
there's someone in our community, and damn it, I can't pull her name up right now, who's making blessing jars
Oh,
where
nice.
you can write her, and and she charges really not very much, enough to kind of cover the cost of what she does.
Sure.
But she'll spend time over, she'll like talk to the person, find out what it is that they're wanting, what they're wanting to have blessed, what their thought process is for getting one of these jars. And the jars are designed to set by your door or by a main window to ward off evil or negative energy and only bring in positive, or white magic type. And everything from little, you know tchotchke things you would find, keys or stones or that kind of thing, and different herbs, and just it just depends. Each No two jars are alike
Yeah.
because each
Yeah.
jar is created for that one particular
Yeah.
person.
And that's
And
really powerful. Yeah.
it's a very powerful piece of magic. And I'm gonna have to stop and look real quick because it's gonna drive me crazy that I can't remember her name.
And Plucky,
Um,
this would be something you would put in your book of shadows, as we were talking about on Thursday. So you
yeah,
write it down. But every and I would imagine it's I don't know about you, Avana, but at my house when we were doing spring cleaning, we had a specific routine. But I don't spring clean anymore. If I'm spring cleaning, it's from 2003. That's I'm so far behind. But
Right.
everybody has a routine, so
right.
it's
Patty
it's
Palmer, that's who it is.
Patty
Oh
Palmer.
yeah. Patty Palmer. Yeah.
Patty Palmer makes them. I think she said they go for around $30-$40, which is about what it costs for, because she'll spend a couple of months making a jar for one person,
That's great. That's
Yeah.
because
powerful.
she'll meditate over it and whatnot, and she'll go with what her guides tells her to put into the jar for that particular person after like talking to them and finding out what they're wanting, or what they're trying to do with
Yeah.
it. And I just think it's the coolest thing ever. So yeah, if anybody knows that you want to get like a blessing jar, I think it's what she's calling them. Patty Palmer, get in touch with her. And
Yeah.
you'll see her in and out of all of our chats at some point.
Yeah.
You know, and you can find her on Facebook. But she was on with, I think it was Allie the first time that she talked about it, and I thought, oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
And, but yeah, I had someone that emailed me this week or messaged me on Facebook, another member of the community who just asked, what do you do to get rid of negative energy in your home? If you feel like there's something negative. And I said, well, for starters, get some white sage, either some incense or a spray, whatever, and go room to room to room with that sage and kind of do like a smudging where you banish all negative energy and you tell spirit only allow positive in.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I do. I said, and then I go, now I have to do it outside because I can't burn incense inside. But the other thing to do is go to all the doors and all the windows that lead outside.
Oh yeah.
And do the same kind of protection banishment chant on those with the smudging with the sage. I said, and then get some sea salt and put like a simple little line of salt just inside your doorway, in your window frames, whatever, as just an extra layer of protection. I said, people around here already think I'm crazy because they see me outside every full moon.
Well, you are crazy.
Going around the windows, like, what is that woman doing?
You are crazy, Shari.
That's very true. But
well, and
I'm waiting for the nice men in the white coats to show up, like the song.
Well, that's a nice long rest, okay?
Ooh, Avana, I like the way you think about it.
I mean, that's
my first thought was, well, now if they showed up to come and get me, I would actually get to take a nap.
I told my husband, if I ever go in a coma, leave me alone. I know what I'm doing. Don't bother me. I'll wake up when I'm ready.
Well, I'm also thinking about Avana. I'm going to go back a little bit to something you said. Trick or treat is your cuddle time.
Yeah, we just kind of just hang out in the house and relax and just spend a couple hours. That. Yeah, and I know we started doing it. I'm serious. Maybe let's say 5 years ago, and it just is really nice. It's just our evening that we just spend together.
Yeah,
nice.
Because most kids don't get house to house anymore. So
okay, well, probably he would like me in a costume, but we don't know.
Well, okay, but
no black boots with a whip on hand.
Pardon me?
Said no black boots with a whip on.
No. Maybe you guys are having much more fun with this than we have. Okay.
Maybe you want him in a costume. Tell him that.
I can't even go there.
Okay, sorry. Okay. So anyhow, we were also talking about gumbo.
Yes, we were talking about gumbo.
Shari, are you making gumbo tonight and tomorrow?
I'm making gumbo this weekend. It's finally cool enough I can make some. I just got to go buy some sausage. I had chicken, but I don't have any sausage.
What
and
kind
a few
of
of the
sausage?
Spices that I need that were out, huh?
What kind of sausage?
Oh, I use smoked sausage. I only use Savoy's. It's a particular brand. It's made down here locally.
Yeah.
When I lived in Phoenix, it drove me crazy because you couldn't buy it there.
Yeah, you'll never. It's never right.
Anytime I would come back to Louisiana for it, I would buy like boxes of the crap and put it in my suitcase and send it back.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I have a funny story because I used to here they have Snyder's of Berlin cheese popcorn. They have it nowhere else, so I can find it. When I used to go, when I used to go to school in Chicago, I would like bring like 10 bags with me. I mean, it was like, oh yeah. I mean, that's the only cheese corn I can eat.
That's so yeah. When I lived in Phoenix, when I would fly
right
to visit family and stuff, like my mom for Mother's Day or whatever, and come back. And then when I would go back, I would come down here with a huge suitcase and nothing really in it,
Right.
a couple of pairs of change of clothes, and that was it. When I would go back, you couldn't hardly pick the damn suitcase up. That was sorry. That was before the weight limits went into effect. The dogs are.
Well,
Somebody showed up outside.
yeah, Avana, I know Snyder's because I live in Ohio as well.
Okay, so you know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about. And a friend of mine, one of the things that she does when she goes on trips is that she always finds the local potato chip.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yes, and I think it's a fascinating idea. And I was like, I mean, and it's really cool. I mean, local potato chips. I think it's good, and
Yeah.
I wonder if that's anything like the idea of where if you have allergies or something like that, you're supposed to get local yogurt and local honey to help with that. So
Local
that's
honey, especially.
when I'm traveling.
Yeah.
I'm always looking for the local potato chip.
Yeah. And local honey is the best because the bees are using all of the local flora and fauna to make their honey with. So that's natural right there. It's a natural immunity to your my insurance agent, my car insurance agent, he and his wife actually have beehives.
Oh, nice.
And they make their own honey.
Nice.
And so anytime I go into the office for anything, fill out paperwork or sign something, he's like, oh, here, you need some more honey? I mean, he's got like a cabinet in his office.
That's really nice.
Honey. I mean, and he doesn't charge anything. He just gives it away to people.
Yeah. I was going to say the answer is always yes if you want some honey.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Right.
It's like always.
That's what happens too, and on the inside.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Like you want some honey, and you start having fireworks right in here. You're like, yes.
You're like, do I want some honey?
Yay.
Yes, I want some honey. I'm only Avana, I'm only doing this to drive Shari nuts.
We're both trying to figure out how you do that, and once we figure it out,
he said it was a Mac thing, so I don't have a Mac. I have a PC, so I'm sure there's
all right there.
All right, that is chit. So
I do good just to have dancing promos for 20 seconds.
You're right.
That took me a year to figure out how to do that. So
I mean, I'm happy if I get a scroll along the bottom. Okay.
Yeah. Well, and I have to tell you, the thing about it is, Shari, is you learned it. That's good.
I did. It just took playing around with it and like, okay, other people are doing this. I know that that they're that much smarter than me.
No, stop it.
I'm not stupid, so I ought to be able to figure it out. Yeah.
And Avana, you said okay? Are you with Kelly tomorrow evening?
Tomorrow, yes, 7 p.m. tomorrow Eastern time. Kelly and I are going to be doing a show, chit-chatting, pulling cards.
That's beautiful.
Standard. Yeah.
And Shari's finally is going to finally get her on her channel.
I know. We did not realize that she'd never been on my channel.
That's
we
awesome.
were just yakking about it one day. We were back and forth in an email, and she was like, I've never been on your channel. I was like, really? I had to go back and look. It was like, well, I'll be damned. I just never, it's someone that you see all the time and you just don't think about it. I mean, until they show up in your chat and say, well, you have to invite me on if you want an answer.
Oh my God, she's calling me out, everybody.
That's it. You're not going to live that one down anytime soon.
That's all right. I'll figure something else to do.
There you go.
And here, what the problem is I'll just feel this way all the time.
Oh,
Shari makes me sad.
Poor baby.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Thank you for letting me crash. I do have to go because Jeffrey is on his way home and I need to fix some dinner. for
so that you get
about,
cuddles.
well, for about 3 hours today, my Wi-Fi wasn't working because I got a new modem
Oh,
and I
boy.
was fixing it, and all of a sudden it stopped working, and I'm like, I have stuff to do tomorrow online. I have
Yeah.
stuff to do on Sunday, and I have, I mean,
yeah, that's
it's amazing
talk
how
about the raindrops.
oh my God. Yes.
That's what you feel like. That's what I feel like when my modem goes down. Okay.
Yeah, but no, but yeah.
There you go. Hi,
Anyhow,
Lisa M. Yes, we will
okay.
take your question. Look, we
Thank
got
you
another
both.
one. Bye,
Bye, Shari.
Joe.
I will see you at the end of the month, correct?
Who?
So I'm shaking my head, Jess. That's for you.
Well, Shari, I will see you at the end of the month.
Oh, yeah. You're going to see me
Okay.
twice on Saturday
Yes,
and then on Sunday. So.
yes. And Avana, maybe what I'll do is I will set up something in November or December for a deck casual.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, there you go.
Right.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Hi, Joe.
Bye.
Thanks for honing in. Oh, goodness. That's the only time I ever seem to get him on my channel anymore is when he's in chat and he's like, well,
everybody
you invite me.
so
And it's like, yeah,
busy.
you're always busy.
Right. Everybody is so busy. I just watch everybody. I'm like, oh my gosh.
So Lisa M wants to know, how does my December look? All right.
Okay.
That sounds like a serious question.
Yes,
so.
it does. Actually, it does.
Put away the fun cards.
Right.
Oh, I also have a deck that's just listen, bitch. And then it's there's something with it. I saw that. I was like, oh, I got to get that. And then Marina did a show. I think it was a sister show, and she brought it out. She was like, oh, yeah, I just got this. I'm like, oh, my God. But I just got that deck. I was like, are we on the same page or what? So, yeah, if y'all want a question, just, pop it in caps so I can see it. Because I'm getting old.
Yeah, right.
Although my eyes seem to be behaving. Cards don't want to shuffle. That's irritating. All right. How does my December look?
I'm going to pick one more card and then I'll be ready. This is very interesting.
Wow.
Yeah, right. All right. Here's a okay. I'm going to go through these cards as I got them. I was shuffling this deck, which is my Bradley Valentine deck. And the first card that came out from this deck was this card, which is a Moonology card. Somehow this card got into this deck.
Oh, I've had that happen a few times.
Right?
Yeah.
So this card says, a time for healing, the balsamic moon. So it sounds like coming up for December, it's going to be a time for healing, a time for stepping back. You're going to have answers that you need, and you're going to be able to really move forward and just have that, like, I'm just hearing like a general release of like, okay, it's a time for healing. Now I know what direction I'm going in. So that's the first card that I got. The second card I got is the 10 of air, which is endings, recovery, and freedom. Something coming to an end. Again, now you know what the answer is, but you know what? Something coming to an end, but that's okay because it releases you and it gives you the freedom that you need to move forward in a new direction. It doesn't mean it's anything bad. It just means that things are releasing and things are coming to an end, and there's a phase that's kind of wrapping up. I then got this Queen of Earth card, this Queen of Pentacles, which says gracious, practical, and capable. And I'm just hearing that your future self will know the answers in the future. Your future self will be able to deal with this future, like this new beginning that you're starting, because again, things are kind of wrapping up, but new things are coming, and I'm coming forward again in this December time period, and you are very capable of handling all of the changes and all of the new things that are coming for you, because you are going to also have this four of air energy around you, which is meditation, recuperation, and contemplation. Taking the next few months to really think, as things come up, as things are moving forward towards this, you're going to really be able to contemplate, have time to release and think, and just really meditate on the direction that you want to go. And that is because you have this starfish spirit around you, which says open to infinite possibility. I really am getting this sense of this infinite possibility card of just really moving forward in a new direction and releasing things that you no longer need. And again, moving forward. And the last card that I got is, and this is actually this is a Moonology card too. It says, you are the breath. And it says, listen and connect to your intuition. Over the next few months, while you're meditating, while you're, contemplating, really connect with your intuition, because it's going to give you the answers that you're capable of, that you're capable to move forward in this new direction. And it's going to be, I think, a little bit different, I'm hearing, than what you think it's going to be, but it's going to be infinitely better. So that's the reading I got. I hope it resonates.
Were you looking at my cards? Okay. The Hermit. So again, that's talking going within, doing some reflections, some meditations, taking time off to just kind of focus on spirit.
Yeah.
And then I pulled the Three of Wands, which just reinforces that says, okay, you've been manifesting, but now you need to go and work at it a little bit harder and keep manifesting. And as you're going within with the Hermit and you're looking at this manifesting, the Three of Wands is telling you it's coming. It's coming. Because then I pulled the Chariot. And so it's definitely coming. But you got to spend some of that time alone. You got to do some deep meditations, just like what Avana was talking about, going within, really focusing on what Spirit is saying to you. And then he's got the Chariot, where it's coming in full speed ahead.
Yeah.
Like when it arrives, it's probably going to take your breath away.
Yeah.
Because it's going to hit you like this. And you're going to be like, whoa, wait a minute. And it's very easy to forget the fact that you've been working on bringing that in for a while.
Yeah.
You kind of forget about it, even though you're still manifesting on it and working it through in your brain and figuring out exactly what you need and how you need it. But with the Chariot there, when that sucker decides to hit, you're gonna get flattened. It's gonna hit you with everything full speed ahead. So yeah, I say take the time between now and December to really focus in on that, because come December, I feel like that Chariot's going to knock you flat, because it's going to be coming in, and it's going to be coming in hot. And so that's what I'm picking up for you. I hope that resonates with you, Lisa. LR had a question. Will I get the job I applied for? Let's see. That's a pivotal question.
All right, I got that.
LR get the job he applied for. I'm getting a big yes. I mean, that sucker's moving like crazy. So I'm getting a big yes.
Yep. Okay, I got two cards for you. The first one that I got is White Raven Spirit. It says trust in the magic. And the second card that I got is success. So I think it's very, very good that, chances are very, very positive. Trust in the magic, trust in the universe. And then the success card came up. So you'll have to let us know.
Absolutely. Same for Lisa. Let us know whenever that chariot knocks you down.
Yeah.
Give us a shout and say, okay, it's here. You just knocked me flat. And you're welcome, LR. Thank you for letting us read for you.
Yep.
What did Lisa say? Oh, working on a new job, one that's a great fit for me, one that gives me work-life balance.
Yeah.
There you go. That's aren't we all looking for that?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm hoping I can grow my channel enough that by the time I hit retirement in 5 years, I can at least match my salary.
Right. It's being nice.
That way
nice
I'm not losing anything. So
right. Absolutely. Yeah.
And
that's
my goal anyway. So that's my goal anyway. So we'll see what happens next. And I was told everybody I had it planned out. I was going to be rolling out memberships and everything for September, and then some of this and some of that and some of the other happened, and it kind of knocked me off kilter, and I was like, okay,
that's exactly what's been going on with me. Every time I'm ready to move forward, I get knocked off I get told
it's like I've got a Patreon page. It's not public yet because I'm still working on it. I'm waiting. A friend of my son's who is a digital artist. I mean, that's what he does for a living.
Nice. Yeah.
Offered to do a logo for me, but he's doing it for free on his own time. So, I don't feel right hounding him. Hey, you got it ready yet?
Right. Right. No, I
am kind of waiting on that. And then just a few other things hit that just kind of knocked me off kilter on my schedule. Yeah. So, still trying to work to get my space rearranged so that everything will flow better when I'm reading. Because right now I have like this 8-inch space between my keyboard and the end of the desk that I work with,
I'm like, putting cards back here, moving cards.
I mean, I've got everything set up off to my right with all my cards. I got 2 tables full of cards, but it's still not efficient because they're not within reach.
Right.
It's just, I have different ideas of how I want to set it up to kind of, so when I'm doing just readings or card flips or whatever with my other camera, it can all be set up in a space that's already designed for it,
Yeah.
And then when I'm on, then I'll still have this space cleared out where I can still have a room to work. So it's kind of my way of thinking, and it's just what can I say? It's just not there yet. So running a little behind schedule. So I'm hoping maybe by the end of October I'll get everything rolled out. So at least by the end of the year.
Yeah, right.
We're so close now. It's like, okay, I'm just gonna put it. I want it done by the end of the year. So that's what I'm working on. And because I think it'll help me psychically, if I have the space.
Yeah, because you feel the flow, like it doesn't.
Right. And everything's going to flow. Things are at my fingertips. I'm not having to stop and go dig for something or try to remember where did I put it last because there's no room.
Right.
I got far too much crap that I need to get rid of anyway. Right. So that's kind of been the process. I've been just trying to clean out some of the crap. It's like, I'm a pack rat. It's hard to throw things out because I look at it like, but I could use it for. It's like,
but you never know, So
Mary, it's been sitting there in that damn shelf for 3 years. You've never touched it. You're not going to use it.
But with what things cost today, you just never know. I mean, I get it. I get purging. I totally get it. I've done it many times. But then it's kind of like, well, maybe I will need that. I don't want to have to.
As soon as I get rid of it, as soon as I get rid of it. Okay.
I need it.
That's when I'll need it.
Right. And so
It never
with
fails.
today's,
So
it's kind of like,
it never fails. It's always been like that. And hence being a pack rat. Yeah, and we're all like that. I mean, my
Yes.
brother's got all his crap. My nephew's got all his crap. All of my crap, and we're all shoved into this 3-bedroom apartment. And my son keeps most of his crap in his room. So, but my room is half of the living room. That's
Yeah.
behind me.
Yeah.
The other side is the sofa and the TV and the front door.
Yeah.
That never gets turned on. I haven't turned the TV on in probably 7 or 8 months. I'm assuming it'll
Tonight's
still
the
come
night. Tonight's the night. You got full use of the remote.
Yeah, well, my brother just got home, so.
Oh, okay.
But he's donked in the bedroom, so I don't have to worry about him anyway. So I'm not having anybody here. And so yeah, we're just still calling Chili's. And drinking
I don't
my
blame you.
still calling Chili's. I'm not now. I'm hungry for damn steak.
Oh, you're making me hungry just talking about it.
So I love their seasoning. Although Outback is my favorite place to eat, but
Yeah.
they cost a little bit more.
Yeah. No, but
That's my birthday treat every year. Outback.
Yeah.
I get myself a big steak, and I love their bread, that brown bread that they make.
Oh, Shari, now seriously, you can't keep talking about this because
Oh, I'm making myself hungry. My stomach's
I know my
been growling.
stomach's starting.
I haven't eaten all day yet, so it's like my stomach's been growling for the last few hours. I can't get my mind off of food.
Well, no wonder. Yeah, you're hungry.
Yeah, that's it. So, I'll eat when I get a chance.
Okay.
I'm not worried about it. Oh, well, we've been here for an hour and a half, and granted, we've just been kind of hanging out and having fun, but if you're good to go, we can go a little bit longer. If anybody else has a question, or
Yeah, sure.
you're tired too, then
either way, I'm fine. If somebody has a question, I'm happy to answer, but we can wrap
if
it up.
anybody else has a question, now is your time. Speak now or forever hold your peace. We'll be gone in 10 minutes so I can go eat.
Right. I know. I don't want them to close on you. You're ordering and get it delivered and have a nice dinner.
Pizza. Oh,
I know. That sounds good too.
Right now, everything sounds good to me. That's just how damn hungry I am.
I mean, I ate dinner and I'm like, pizza? Steak?
Yeah. Yeah, I can make do with some pizza too. I know we get enough pizza on the weeks that my nephew's here. We usually have pizza 2 or 3 times just because it's easy to fix. My brother's the same way. He's like working all day. He doesn't feel like cooking when he comes home. So it's stop at Popeyes or stop at McDonald's or call in for a pizza. And okay, we've got one more question here.
Okay.
Will I be a part of a settlement that involves my ancestry?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. I'm going to try one of my newer decks. I haven't really used that much yet. All right. Since these 2 decks kind of go together.
Oh, interesting. Okay, this is kind of interesting. I'll go ahead with the cards that I got very quickly.
Okay.
First
Yeah.
card that I got is this. Basically says there's a number of things it says, but it says to right a wrong, fight for the greater good, put away differences, thirst for revenge. I don't believe it says thirst. I don't have. There's nothing. Basically, this is to right a wrong, whatever this,
Yeah.
the settlement is, to right a wrong. Then it does say that there are some risks involved, trusting fate, weighing the risk, playing the game of chance. So there's a question of, when's it coming? What is it? Am I a part of it? So there is that element of, that dice, rolling the dice. But then something comes in suddenly with lightning. It says sudden events, unpredictable swiftness, and shocking events. I'm not getting the feeling that's anything shocking, but when it comes in, it's gonna be like fast and like boom. You're gonna be like, oh, okay, we're done. It all wraps up like right at once. So there is still an element of of the chance and that, but yeah, I mean, when it happens, it's going to happen quickly, and you'll certainly know. Yeah, I mean, I think you'll be a part of it, but I don't know when that will happen. But when it happens, it's going to come. It's going to be a quick resolution.
Yeah, she's saying in a couple of ones above that settlement that involves ancestry. She's
Cool.
hoping that maybe she'll get, that hopefully so.
Yeah.
Well, I pulled from this one is from the Mystical Shaman Oracle.
Nice.
And I pulled the Smoky Mirror.
Yeah.
And what I'm getting off of that is it's you're seeing what's there, but it's not clear.
Right.
Hence the smoky mirror. It's like, it's there, you can see it, you could almost reach out and touch it, but it's still kind of
like hazy. Yeah.
kind of
Like
blurry,
Yeah.
And then from the Shaman's Dream World, I pulled Straddling Worlds and Wandering Between Realms. And it looks, what is that a picture of? It looks like I don't know if it's the same bird or two birds that are trying to go in two different directions at once. So it's like you're kind of, what you're looking at is not completely clear, but you see it, it's there.
Right.
And right now you're kind of in that in between, straddling both sides, kind of like the hangman almost. You're just kind of hanging and waiting to see for, you waiting for this to clear up so you can see more clearly what's coming.
Yeah.
But I feel like definitely something's coming.
Yeah.
I'm definitely getting something's coming. I just can't tell you when. I'm not very good with time, but sometimes it's there and sometimes it's not. But I mean,
yeah.
It's just not
a level
clear.
Of haziness around it. But when it clears, when that haze clears, it's going to be fast. It's going to be like, okay, boom, this is it. You'll have the answer right then.
Yeah, just like with LR, man. When that damn chariot hits, you're gonna be like, oh, okay, it's here.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, now I know.
That's it. Well, Avana, thank you for coming on. It's been a blast. I mean, I miss just being able to read with you and talk with you. And
absolutely, I get it. I'm the same way. Yep.
Yeah, it's been fun not having an agenda or trying to hurry up and get through. Just whatever.
Yeah.
And a big thank you for Gerald for popping in and entertaining us for a few minutes.
Yes, that was fun.
He's always good for some entertainment. So that's why I love him so much. The first time we ever read together, I think I had somebody else on who was nervous about coming on because we had never met really.
Right.
But Gerald knew both of us. And so they gave Gerald the link and said, well, maybe you can pop in or something halfway if I start getting, if I'm not relaxing yet. And so about 30 minutes into the show, suddenly I see Gerald down in the backstage and I'm like, And so I put them on, and it took a few minutes. And finally, I said, "Wait a minute, how did you get there?" And my guest was like, "Guilty." I gave him the link. I'm like, "That's cool. I don't have a problem with that." But it just took me a few.
Yeah,
Gerald was
that
like,
would kind of
"You were
take me
gonna."
back a step. Like,
Yeah,
wait,
Gerald was
you
like, "I
got
was wondering
access
how
to
long it was going to take you to figure that one out." I was like,
this.
"Yeah, I didn't know." So there you go. But thank you a lot. This was a lot of fun. We have to do it
This was.
again
We'll have to do it again. Absolutely.
for
Absolutely.
sure. Um, Maybe set something up into November or December.
Perfect. Yeah.
I'm getting ready to start working on my holiday stressors show that I did one last year. I'm gonna do one this year. Last year I had a counselor and
Oh,
uh,
nice.
a women's ministry, Manasa. That
Oh, yeah. I think I know
I
her.
had
Yeah.
Manasa was on, and then I had
Yeah.
Isaac, who I met through the Soul Sisters. He's a professional counselor. That's what he does.
Oh, nice.
And we just got to be friends, through
And it's just
being
so
in chat
helpful to get
together
some
and whatnot.
tips, you know?
And so it was great. I would like to get more people this year that are maybe, I was trying to find people that is more in a professional realm, kind
Yeah.
of does that kind of thing, and just to give regular, normal, steps to take to help reduce stress.
Yeah.
Because the silly season makes us all crazy. I mean, we all look like the picture of that cat that's, it's like stressed. No, I'm not
Yeah,
stressed.
and it's funny because it seems like I mean, I know things are good and they really are very good, but it is more stressful lately for me, and I think everybody's feeling that with all these eclipses and just everything going
Yeah,
on.
the
It feels
astrological
a little
aspect
more,
has got everybody all freaked out. So
yeah.
we've got a solar eclipse coming, a full solar eclipse coming
Another one?
at the end of the
Oh,
month. Yeah, I think it's the end of this month.
oh. Well, bring them on
And
because the sooner that we have them, the
they're
sooner they
saying it is
come.
supposed to be the closest to like where the US is, that we won't be that close to another one for like another 30 years or something, they were saying.
Okay.
So it's like, oh, that'd be cool. Gotta
Yeah.
remember to go get some of those little paper glasses. So
Yeah. When is that coming again?
I want to say I know we got
I want to get my sunglasses, those glasses, before they raise their prices on them.
Yeah, tell me
Because
about it.
if you get them too close, they're charging too much money.
I know it's coming up. I think
That's
I
okay.
forgot
I'll
to
look it
write
up.
it down
Yeah.
on my book. Yeah, I wanted to look it up.
Yeah, that's not a problem because I'm just like,
I
oh
live
yeah, I
by a
want to.
day planner now. I used to never have one of these. Now I can't do anything without my day planner.
Right.
But it's coming up.
Oh, it says October 14th.
There we go. I knew it was coming up. It wasn't that far off.
Oh, and then April 8th, it says of 2024, there's a total solar eclipse. So that's not coming up till April 8th, but there's
That'll be fun.
Yeah, a smaller one on October 14th. Oh, okay, great. Great. Can't get enough of those.
Yay, just what we need.
Right?
Now I worry about that stuff for a completely different reason than what I used to be, get all wound up just to see it. Didn't know anything about it, and now it's like, now I'm looking at it from a totally different aspect. And
You're right. Yeah.
it's like, oh wow, this is kind of cool,
Yeah.
So trying to learn more about that, and I keep wondering if maybe I need to take an astrology class, because it still confuses the hell out of me. I don't understand.
Yeah, I can't seem to get my head wrapped
it's
around
math,
that.
and I'm math,
Right.
and I don't compute. My brother was a math major. He teaches math, but I can't add and subtract without a calculator. Not if I don't want stuff bouncing all over town. I better use the calculator.
I hear you. I understand.
Because I will screw it up in a heartbeat, let me tell you. Well, thank you, Avana, for coming on and hanging out and just having fun and just
Thank you.
rolling with it. I appreciate it. I had a lot of fun. Like I said, we
Me
have to do
too.
it again sometime.
Absolutely.
And thank all of y'all for coming and hanging out with us and just
Thank
chilling
you.
and talking food and I don't even know what else we talked about. I still can't get my head off of food. I'm hungry. And I will see y'all tomorrow. I got Kelly, Dozen Cats, at 11 a.m. Central, and then Thomas Tarot Your Way at 9 p.m. Central tomorrow, and Juno on Sunday.
Awesome.
So Sunday is Juno Day.
I'll be with Kelly tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So she'll be with you tomorrow.
There we go. So
yeah,
y'all
and I'll be with her tomorrow night. So tune in.
And then Juno and I do every other Sunday. We do a show together.
Yeah.
So this Sunday is our week. So I love those weekends when we have that. She's so sweet. We have a lot of fun with it. So well, thank y'all for hanging with us for almost 2 hours. Oh my God.
Yes. Sherry's got to get some dinner here now. Come on.
Yeah, that's true. My stomach's, I keep waiting for somebody to say, what's that growling noise? Don't forget to check out Voice Play. And,
yes, I wrote it down. I'm going to.
Cool. They just dropped a new song today that is fantastic.
Yeah.
They're an acapella group. They're the theater kids of acapella is what everybody teases them about being. They go all out, full costume, full sets, the whole bit. They've all at one time or another worked for Disney or Disney World because they're all in South Florida. So they're all like right next to Disney World.
Yeah.
And all of them are like music majors, music business majors. The most talented group of guys in the whole world. It's like they just blow my socks off.
Yeah.
There's some other really good acapella groups out there, but these guys really just, it's like, wow, because they bring the whole package. It's just not standing there singing.
Yeah.
They do the whole thing.
That's what makes it fun. Yeah.
And that's what makes it fun. Yes, absolutely. So if y'all have anything to do, go listen to them. Tell them Shari sent you. They won't know who I am, but that's okay. One of their members is into tarot, reading the cards and stuff. And so I messaged them over on Instagram and I was like, hey, you would consider doing a collaboration, would you, to read tarot cards? Come on my channel.
Yeah. Why not?
What's the worst he's going to do? Say no?
Or say Shari says no.
I mean, I'm old enough to be his grandmother, so. But he's an absolute sweetheart of a guy from what I can tell. His beautiful voice. I mean, they're all so talented. But I thought, wouldn't that be cool to get somebody like that to come on and
that would be huge.
Read cards.
Huge, but fun. Huge.
So much fun, I just keep thinking how much fun it would be, and me not actually asking them to sing.
That would be the hard part.
That's the hard part. So, all right, y'all. Y'all have a great evening. Thanks again for hanging out with us. Very, very much. I'm going to go get something to eat now. My tummy's starting to feel like it's going to eat
I think
itself.
I heard it.
Yeah. Bye, everybody.
Bye.